Honda Civic Chronicles. Sloppy linkage problem. Let's fix that problem. Start off by taking your shift knob off. That right there, all the work you got to do from up here. This right here would be your shifter linkage. There's going to be two 12mm bolts right here, a 12mm bolt right here, and behind this boot, there is the infamous bitch pin. There is the pin right there, and that's what it'll look like. Here's your collar. Now I have found a couple different ways to get that out. I'll show you my favorite. This is what I'm going to be using for now, but usually I like to use attachments for drills. It's the same size and it fits in there just perfectly. Not too big, not too small. You don't want to mushroom it, and you don't want to go in the middle, otherwise you'll never get it out. All right, now that that is out, I popped it right out the top. Now I'm just going to slide that back, take this off, take my 2 bolts out right there, and drop the whole thing. Hopefully I don't have to drop my exhaust as well. And just like that, she's off the car. Don't be afraid if you got to get a pry bar behind here and take that off. It is a tight fit. You'll also have to pound it in with the hammer a little bit when you get back. All right, so this bolt was immensely stuck in there. I was trying to pound it out, and it actually bent the linkage. If you can't tell, that's going to be all right. We'll make that work. So I cut the bolt, and there comes the shifter. That right there is our culprit. All right, now you got 2 10mm bolts here you got to take out if you are changing the shifter. If it's just the bushing, you just got to push it right in there and then reinstall. I'm changing to a short throw shifter, so I got to take these 2 bolts out, which are held just barely and usually break. So we'll probably have to cut those and put some new hardware on. All right, they did indeed break, so we're going to shear these off with the angle grinder right here, these little caps, you'll see. And you're going to want to cut it off and pop it right out. All right, with both sides off, there she blows. All right, now we are starting from scratch. All right, new hardware is in. Now I'm going to trim these so they don't cause any issues, put everything back together, and get her in the car. All right, we are all put together. As you can see, there is no play there, which is awesome. I had this bushing off the donor, so I am gonna keep that one. I'm gonna put that one on there and replace this old one here, because as you can see, that's no bueno. The bracket on these D series also tend to rust out really bad. This bracket is also rusted out, but it is from a B series, and I think they made them just a bit beefier. As you can see, my linkage is back in place. Now I'm gonna start with putting in this bitch pin, and then I'm going to move to that, and then I will get those 2 down there. And to start this pin, I always like to put it in the end of a extension. That way I got something to hold it there. Tap it lightly. Obviously make sure you don't mushroom your extension. And once your pin is in, go ahead and install your little clip. You're going to want to put that right there in where the hole of your pin is. So I just like to slide it on and then get it to click right in place, right there. All right, everything is good and installed. Let's get her on the ground, put the shift knob on, and see how she shifts. All right, up on top of the car, go ahead and put that through. Holy cow, it already feels so much better. Get your shift knob on. All right, moment of truth. Holy wow. All right, there we go. All set to go.